our first MDP. MDP has been a great introduction for us as first year students into the social aspect of working at Strathclyde Business School. Groups. Groups have made it a lot easier to straight away meet new friends at university. This can be very scary for some people as they may be nervous or unsure what people may think of them, so this has been very good to get sociable straight away. Our MDP work has shaped us as friends as we have come together to produce our assignments and our presentations.
In MDP we looked at crisis, right? And in crisis we looked at financial crisis, economic crisis, and the crisis of management. When we looked at the financial crisis, we looked at the reasons of why the crisis happened, and we looked at the credit crunch, the weak shareholders, and we also looked at high confidence in the market, as well as little long-term planning. In the economic crisis, we looked at fall in confidence. We looked also at greater inequality. And finally, we also looked at lower GDP per capita. In the crisis of management, we looked at how the government was responsible for letting the organizations take too big loans and too many risks, too much freedom. And also we looked at how managers were not persistent and on top of things.
MDP has taught us the advantages of working as a team, that when we are able to work together, we're able to come up with more ideas and help each other because we're able to give each other feedback. We're able to accomplish more working as a team than working individually. We are able to support and help each other by working as a team. When working together, the task is easier as there is more people involved and able to help each other. MDP taught us the importance of clear communication when working as a team. MDP taught us the value of working as a team.
In week 10 of MDP, we learned about negotiations. A negotiation is a process where each party involved tries to gain an advantage for themselves by the end of the process. Negotiators tend to compromise to the other party's needs to reach an agreement. Negotiations can be difficult because there is no general framework or process for effective negotiations. There are two types of negotiations: distributive and integrative. What does an individual need to negotiate? They need technical knowledge, relationship skills, patience, observance, and behaviour analysing skills.
7 of MDP, we learned about globalisation. This is the integration of economies through increased technological advances. It creates a smaller world as markets and people are more accessible to one another. Those in favour of globalisation argue that it is extremely productive, it results in shared culture, encourages innovation and raises living standards. However, those against globalisation argue that it causes a loss of jobs, inequalities, is harmful to the environment, and results in a loss of culture. Ultimately, though, through globalisation, the world is becoming more interconnected through increased trade and cultural exchange.
MBP, we learned about business ethics. Ethics is the branch of philosophy that involves systemizing, defending, and recommending concepts of right or wrong conduct. Ethics in business is the application of general ethical concepts to unique situations confronted in business. This is the right or wrong behaviour within business. An example of flawed or unethical business behaviour is Volkswagen emissions scandal. Types of ethical issues within business are employee-employer relations, company-customer relations, company and public interest relations. There are four main concepts of ethics. Relativism, nothing that anyone does is morally wrong. Egoism, one acts in their own interest. Utilitarianism, greater good for the greater number. Deontologism, morality of an action should be based on whether it's right or wrong instead of its consequences. Management and ethics. Businesses can have immoral management. This is where a style of devoid of ethical principles and opposition to what ethics is. Moral management. This conforms to high standards of ethical behaviour.